Initiating zero-G sleep mode, gravity is offline. Let your body float. Welcome to the most relaxing facts about herbs to fall asleep. 2. In this quiet moment, nothing is pulling you downward anymore. Your muscles can loosen, your thoughts can drift, and your breathing can return to its natural rhythm. Tonight, from this weightless state, we'll follow a gentle path. We'll begin with soft, familiar herbs that calm the body, glide through ancient plant wisdom carried across centuries, and slowly arrive at the quiet chemistry of the nervous system. Along the way, you may notice your mind becoming lighter, your heartbeat steadier, and the space behind your eyes growing warm and dim. There is nowhere to rush, and nothing to solve. This journey is designed to end not in understanding, but in rest. As you listen, I wonder where you are right now. Is it late evening, or already past midnight in your part of the world? Are you listening to relax after a long day, or to gently escape your thoughts for a while? If you feel like it, let me know in the comments. Just a word is enough. For now, let go. There is nothing you need to do. A small warning though, these facts are unexpectedly soothing, and you may fall asleep before the end. You might stay awake a little longer, but in return, you'll gain a softer, kinder way of seeing the world. If this space brings you calm, leaving a like or subscribing is a quiet gift, a small signal that you're here. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, allow yourself to drift. The journey begins now. Plants can emit ultrasonic sounds when under stress, not as cries, but as subtle physical signals created by changes inside their tissues. When water movement is interrupted, tiny air bubbles form and collapse within the plant's vessels, releasing vibrations beyond human hearing. These sounds travel quietly through the air, unnoticed by us, yet present as part of the plant's ongoing adjustment to its environment. This process is not a sign of distress in a dramatic sense, but an elegant response to shifting conditions, a way matter communicates change without intention or emotion. In nature, many processes operate on levels just outside our perception, steady and neutral, responding rather than reacting. Visualizing these inaudible signals invites the mind to appreciate silence as something active rather than empty. As you rest, your own body is making countless small adjustments just as quietly, regulating temperature, circulation, and breath, allowing you to feel supported by an unseen network of gentle processes that require no attention and no effort. The sounds plants release under strain resemble tiny bubbles forming and softly collapsing inside narrow channels, a phenomenon rooted in physics rather than feeling. As water tension changes, these microscopic bubbles appear and disappear, producing faint vibrations that move through stems and leaves like ripples in still water. The imagery is delicate, more like a slow release than a rupture, emphasizing balance rather than disruption. This internal motion allows plants to adapt without urgency, responding gradually to their surroundings. Nature often chooses the smallest possible adjustment before any larger change occurs, conserving energy and maintaining harmony. Imagining this gentle internal movement can slow the pace of thought, replacing sharp edges with rounded transitions. Your own circulation flows in a similar way, adapting moment by moment, expanding and relaxing as needed. Letting this parallel settle can encourage your muscles to loosen, your jaw to unclench, and your awareness to drift toward the calm understanding that stability often comes from quiet, continuous adjustment rather than force. In a dry field at night, plants can produce a dense landscape of ultrasonic signals, creating what scientists describe as a rich acoustic environment for nocturnal animals. As water tension shifts inside stems and leaves, countless tiny vibrations emerge, overlapping and fading like a quiet chorus beyond human hearing. For bats and insects, these signals offer subtle information about the condition of the landscape, helping them navigate and adapt without urgency. The scene is not harsh or chaotic, but textured and alive, filled with slow changes happening in parallel. This invisible soundscape suggests that silence is never truly empty, but layered with gentle activity. Imagining such a field under moonlight can soften the mind, replacing stillness with calm motion. In your own body, similar layers of activity continue as you rest, circulation adjusting, muscles releasing, breath deepening. You do not need to listen for these signals to benefit from them. Awareness can drift while the body remains quietly engaged with its environment, settling into a rhythm that supports rest and ease. The familiar scent of freshly cut grass comes from chemical signals released by plants when their cells are opened. A natural response rather than a reaction of alarm. These airborne compounds drift slowly through the air, carrying information to nearby plants about changes in the environment. The process is measured and efficient, designed to support adaptation rather than urgency. To human senses, this scent feels clean and grounding, often associated with open spaces and calm afternoons. That contrast reveals how perception transforms meaning, turning a functional signal into a soothing experience. The molecules move lightly, dissolving into the atmosphere without resistance. As you imagine this gentle exchange, the idea of communication without intention can settle into your awareness. Your own nervous system responds in similar ways, releasing signals that guide balance and recovery without conscious effort. Allowing this parallel to rest in your thoughts can encourage a deeper sense of ease, as the body recognizes that regulation happens naturally when given space and time. Plants communicate through airborne chemicals, releasing precise blends that travel on slow currents of air to reach neighboring leaves and stems. These signals are subtle, not commands but invitations, informing nearby plants of shifting conditions so they can adjust their growth and defenses. The exchange unfolds quietly, shaped by wind, temperature, and distance, without urgency or force. This form of communication values awareness over reaction, cooperation over isolation. Visualizing these invisible messages moving through space can create a sense of interconnected calm, where nothing needs to stand alone. The atmosphere itself becomes a shared medium, carrying information gently from one living form to another. In a similar way, your breath moves through your body, carrying oxygen, warmth, and rhythm without instruction. As you rest, you can allow this image to soften your sense of separation, letting your shoulders relax and your breathing slow, trusting that connection does not require effort to exist. Beneath the soil, plant roots are linked by vast networks of fungi, often called the wood wide web, forming pathways for nutrients and information. These fungal threads extend delicately through the earth, connecting trees and plants into cooperative systems that share resources over time. The exchange is gradual and balanced, supporting growth without excess. This underground network operates in darkness, guided by chemical signals and mutual benefit rather than competition. Imagining such a system can ease the mind's focus on surface activity, drawing attention to the quiet support structures that make stability possible. Your own body contains similar networks, nerves and vessels woven together to sustain you without awareness. As this idea settles, it can encourage a feeling of being held by unseen systems, allowing your muscles to loosen and your breathing to deepen, trusting that support continues even when you are completely still. The banana plant is quietly the largest herb on Earth, even though it looks like a tree standing still in tropical light. What appears to be a trunk is actually a layered column of leaves, wrapped gently around one another, rising from the ground like slow breath becoming form. There is no wood inside, only soft, water-filled tissue designed to move nutrients upward with patience rather than strength. Botanically, herbs are plants without woody stems, and the banana follows this rule perfectly, growing tall through repetition instead of hardness. Its leaves unfurl one by one, each as wide as a blanket, catching sunlight in broad, calm surfaces that sway easily with passing air. In this way, the banana plant grows not by resisting the environment, but by cooperating with it, bending when needed, standing when conditions allow. This quiet strategy mirrors something ancient in nature, a reminder that stability does not always come from rigidity. As you listen, your body can follow the same principle, releasing unnecessary tension, allowing softness to support you, and discovering that rest, like the banana plant, can be tall, grounded, and gentle at the same time. Lavender contains a compound called linalool that gently interacts with the brain's calming pathways, encouraging neural activity to slow without forcing it. When inhaled, its aroma travels along the olfactory nerve, reaching deep emotional centers where memory and mood quietly reside. Rather than stimulating alertness, linalool supports the brain's natural braking system, often associated with GABA, allowing signals to soften and spread more evenly. The effect is gradual, like light dimming at sunset rather than switching off suddenly. Color, scent, and chemistry blend into a single experience, where relaxation feels earned rather than imposed. This is why lavender has been associated with rest across cultures and centuries, not as a remedy, but as an atmosphere. As this idea settles, your own thoughts may begin to space out naturally, losing sharp edges. Muscles can follow, releasing their grip, while breathing becomes slower and deeper, trusting that calm does not need to be commanded, only invited. Chamomile contains apigenin, a plant compound that binds to the same neural receptors involved in calming pharmaceutical sedatives, though in a far softer and more gradual way. This interaction does not overwhelm the nervous system. It simply encourages signals associated with rest to linger a little longer. When chamomile is consumed or inhaled, its chemistry blends quietly into the body's existing rhythms, supporting relaxation without dulling awareness. The experience is often described as warmth spreading slowly, rather than heaviness descending. Historically, chamomile has been associated with sunlight and gentle strength, a reminder that calm can be bright rather than dark. Visualizing this interaction as a door already open helps the mind relax its resistance. As you breathe, the idea of ease entering without effort can invite your shoulders to drop, your jaw to loosen, and your awareness to drift toward a state where rest feels safe and familiar. Rosemary has been shown to influence memory by interacting with acetylcholine, a chemical messenger involved in attention and recall. Rather than pushing the mind into focus, rosemary gently supports clarity by slowing the breakdown of this messenger, allowing thoughts to flow more smoothly. The effect is subtle, like clearing a fog rather than sharpening a blade. Historically, rosemary has been associated with remembrance, not as a demand to remember, but as a symbol of continuity. Imagining this process as a calm stream of signals can reduce mental strain, replacing effort with ease. Even as rosemary supports clarity, it does not disrupt rest. It balances alertness and calm. As this image settles, your mind can release the need to hold onto thoughts, trusting that memory does not disappear when attention softens. Breathing slows, awareness widens, and the mind rests in a gentle clarity that does not require wakefulness. Sage supports cognitive balance by influencing neurotransmitters involved in attention and mood, allowing mental activity to slow without becoming dull. Its compounds interact gently with neural pathways, smoothing transitions between thoughts rather than stopping them. This creates a sense of spaciousness in the mind, where ideas arise and fade without friction. Traditionally, sage has been associated with wisdom, perhaps because it encourages patience rather than urgency. Visualizing this effect as air moving through an open room can help the mind relax its boundaries. As you rest, this spaciousness can extend to the body, easing muscle tone and softening posture. Breathing becomes more fluid, less controlled. The idea that clarity and calm can coexist may allow you to stop monitoring your own relaxation, letting it unfold naturally as awareness drifts toward rest. Lemon balm interacts with the nervous system by supporting calm without removing clarity, creating a state often described as relaxed alertness. Its compounds influence neurotransmitters associated with stress, encouraging signals to settle into smoother patterns. The sensation is light and balanced, like floating rather than sinking. Historically used to lift mood and ease tension, lemon balm carries an emotional softness that complements physical relaxation. Visualizing its effect as gentle ripples smoothing a surface can help thoughts slow without resistance. As this idea settles, your breathing may naturally deepen, and muscles can relax without heaviness. Awareness remains present but unburdened, allowing you to drift comfortably between wakefulness and rest. In this space, the body recognizes that it can pause without losing itself, easing into a calm state where sleep can approach quietly without being summoned. Lemon verbena is known for its ability to support relaxation by gently influencing the nervous system without creating heaviness. Its aromatic compounds interact with sensory pathways linked to emotional regulation, encouraging tension to dissolve gradually rather than suddenly. The scent is light and clear, often described as cooling, helping the mind release crowded thoughts while remaining comfortably aware. This balance allows relaxation to feel spacious instead of restrictive. Historically used in evening infusions, lemon verbena became associated with transition, the quiet movement from activity into rest. Imagining this transition as a slow change in light can help the body mirror the process, easing muscles and softening posture. Breathing naturally lengthens, finding a slower rhythm without guidance. As this idea settles, awareness can drift gently, trusting that calm unfolds best when it is allowed to arrive in its own time, supporting a smooth descent into rest. Peppermint can calm the mind when experienced in gentle amounts, offering clarity without stimulation. Its cooling sensation arises from menthol interacting with sensory receptors, creating the impression of openness and fresh air moving through the mind. This effect does not push alertness. It clears mental clutter, allowing thoughts to slow and space out naturally. Historically, peppermint has been used to ease discomfort and promote balance, especially when tension is tied to the body. Visualizing its influence as a soft breeze can help mental activity settle without resistance. As you rest, this clarity may feel like quiet organization rather than focus. Muscles loosen subtly, and breathing becomes smoother, unforced. The mind no longer needs to track each thought, allowing awareness to rest comfortably in a calm, lightly refreshed state that supports deeper relaxation. Spearmint offers a gentler profile than peppermint, providing freshness without intensity. Its milder compounds interact with the nervous system in a way that feels soothing rather than energizing, making it suitable for moments of winding down. The sensation is smooth and rounded, like cool water rather than sharp air. Historically favored in calming teas, spearmint became associated with ease and comfort. Visualizing its effect as a slow wave can help the mind release tension gradually. As this image settles, breathing naturally deepens, and the body relaxes without effort. Thoughts lose urgency, drifting at a pace that feels safe and manageable. This gentle clarity allows the nervous system to remain settled, preparing the body for rest without disrupting the natural progression towards sleep. Thyme carries calming properties when experienced gently, especially through aroma and infusion. Its natural compounds interact subtly with the nervous system, supporting relaxation without drawing attention. The scent is earthy and steady, often associated with warmth and grounding. Historically used in evening settings, thyme became linked with comfort and protection. Visualizing its presence as a steady glow can help the mind anchor itself, reducing mental drift without creating tension. As you rest, this grounding sensation can extend through the body, easing muscles and stabilizing breath. Awareness settles into a quiet center, where calm feels natural and sustained, encouraging the body to remain at ease as sleep approaches. Oat straw has long been valued for its nourishing effect on the nervous system, supporting balance through gentle, cumulative influence. Rather than producing immediate sensations, it works quietly over time, encouraging resilience and steadiness. Its minerals and compounds integrate smoothly into bodily processes, reinforcing calm at a foundational level. Historically associated with restoration, oat straw became a symbol of patience and gradual renewal. Imagining this nourishment as warmth spreading slowly can help the body relax into a sense of being supported. Breathing becomes deeper, movements still. The nervous system recognizes safety, allowing thoughts to fade into the background as the body settles into a restful, receptive state. Skullcap contains flavonoids that gently support the central nervous system, encouraging overstimulated signals to slow and even out. Rather than inducing heaviness, its influence feels like a steadying hand, guiding neural activity back toward balance. Historically, skullcap was used during times of mental strain, not to silence the mind, but to help it find a smoother rhythm. Visualizing this process as waves settling after a breeze can help thoughts lose their sharpness. The nervous system responds by easing muscle tension, particularly in the neck and shoulders, where alertness often gathers. Breathing becomes more regular, less interrupted by shallow pauses. As this calm steadiness spreads, awareness can rest without effort, allowing the body to remain present, while the mind drifts gently toward a quieter state, supported by rhythms that feel reliable and safe. California poppy has been traditionally valued for its mild, calming properties, supporting rest without dulling awareness. Its compounds interact with neural pathways associated with relaxation, encouraging the body to release tension gradually. The effect is often described as smooth and comforting, like sinking into a familiar surface. Historically used in evening rituals, it became associated with peaceful transitions rather than deep sedation. Imagining its influence as warm light spreading across the body can help muscles soften without resistance. Breathing slows naturally, finding a deeper rhythm. Thoughts lose urgency, drifting without attachment. This gentle state allows the nervous system to remain balanced, offering rest as an invitation rather than a command, making it easier for sleep to approach quietly. Blue vervain has long been associated with easing accumulated nervous tension, particularly when stress has lingered in the body. Its traditional use focused on relaxation through release, rather than suppression. The plant's influence is subtle, supporting the unwinding of tight patterns in muscles and breath. Visualizing this release as knots loosening one by one can help the mind slow its pace. As tension dissolves, posture naturally adjusts, allowing the spine to settle into comfort. Breathing becomes fuller, expanding into areas that were previously held. Awareness no longer needs to monitor each sensation, trusting that the body is capable of letting go. This trust creates space for calm to deepen, guiding the body toward a restful, receptive state. Angelica root has been used in European herbal traditions as a quiet supporter of the nervous system, valued for its grounding and stabilizing qualities rather than any dramatic effect. Its aroma is warm and earthy, spreading slowly, creating a sense of internal order when thoughts feel scattered. Herbalists observed that Angelica seemed to encourage the body to settle into itself, easing restlessness without pulling awareness away. The plant's influence unfolds gradually, like weight, returning gently to the body after floating. Visualizing this process can help the mind release the need to stay alert, allowing attention to soften. Muscles respond by loosening in small, almost unnoticeable ways, especially around the chest and abdomen. Breathing becomes slower, deeper, less controlled. The body begins to feel supported from within, as if something steady has taken over the work of holding balance. In this space, effort fades, and rest feels permitted, natural, and quietly secure. Ashwagandha is known for its ability to support the body's response to ongoing stress by gently influencing cortisol, the hormone associated with prolonged alertness. Rather than forcing relaxation, it encourages equilibrium, allowing the nervous system to shift away from constant readiness. This adjustment happens slowly, over time, like a dimmer, lowering the brightness of an overlit room. The body begins to recognize that vigilance is no longer required. Visualizing this shift can help release tension stored deep in the muscles, particularly in the back and hips. Breathing naturally lengthens, expanding more fully with each cycle. Thoughts lose their edge, becoming less insistent, more spacious. The sense of time softens, and urgency dissolves. As this balance settles, the body remembers how to rest without instruction, allowing sleep to approach gently, supported by a quieter internal landscape. Holy basil, also known as tulsi, has long been associated with emotional balance and adaptability. Rather than removing stress, it supports the body's ability to move through it without becoming overwhelmed. This creates a feeling of flexibility, where emotions can rise and fall without lingering. The plant's influence is subtle, encouraging steadiness instead of resistance. Visualizing this adaptability as a slow sway can help the nervous system release rigidity. Muscles respond by softening, particularly in the jaw and shoulders. Breathing becomes smoother, less interrupted. Thoughts feel lighter, less attached to outcomes. The body senses that it can remain present without tension. In this state, calm emerges not as absence, but as flow, allowing rest to arrive naturally when the body is ready. Rhodiola is traditionally used to support resilience, helping the body adjust to prolonged stress without depletion. Its role is not to stimulate or suppress, but to guide balance, allowing energy levels to stabilize over time. This creates a sense of evenness, where highs and lows become less extreme. Visualizing this regulation as a steady horizon can help the mind release fluctuations in worry or anticipation. Muscles settle into a more neutral tone, and breathing finds a consistent rhythm. Awareness becomes less reactive. The body no longer feels compelled to prepare for what comes next. As this equilibrium deepens, rest becomes accessible, emerging from stability rather than exhaustion. Schisandra has been valued for its ability to support the body's internal timing systems, including those involved in stress regulation and daily rhythm. Its influence encourages coordination between energy and rest, helping the body recognize appropriate moments to slow down. This synchronization feels like alignment rather than control. Visualizing internal systems moving together can calm mental fragmentation. Breathing aligns with this rhythm, becoming slower and more predictable. Muscles release unnecessary effort. Thoughts begin to drift, no longer anchored to schedules or demands. The sense of night arriving feels natural and expected. In this alignment, the body eases toward sleep with trust, guided by rhythms that have always known when to rest. Licorice root has a quiet relationship with cortisol, the hormone that shapes alertness, energy, and the daily rhythm between activity and rest. Instead of pushing cortisol up or down abruptly, compounds in licorice slow the way cortisol is broken down, allowing its presence to feel smoother and more evenly distributed across time. This gentle modulation can help the body avoid sudden internal shifts that often keep the nervous system on guard late at night. Visualizing this process as a wide, balanced scale helps the mind release the idea of control and replace it with harmony. Muscles respond subtly, especially around the abdomen and lower back, where stress often hides without notice. Breathing becomes less shallow, more rounded, as if the body no longer needs to prepare for immediate action. Thoughts soften, losing their sharp edges, drifting without urgency or demand. In this steadier hormonal landscape, the nervous system senses predictability and safety, allowing the body to transition naturally toward rest, trusting that wakefulness and energy will return gently with the next cycle of light. Maca is known for supporting stable energy rather than inducing calm directly, and this stability quietly improves sleep by reshaping the body's entire day. Instead of sharp peaks of stimulation followed by deep fatigue, Maca encourages a smooth, sustained flow of vitality, helping the nervous system avoid overcompensation in the evening. This effect can be imagined as a steady flame, neither flickering nor flaring, simply present. When energy remains even, the body does not cling to alertness at night out of fear of exhaustion or imbalance. Muscles gradually release the tension of holding themselves upright through the day. Breathing slows without instruction, becoming deeper and more rhythmic. Thoughts lose their urgency because there is no longer a sense of catching up or preparing ahead. Time feels wider, less compressed. In this calm continuity, sleep does not arrive as collapse, but as a natural continuation of balance, allowing the body to rest without resistance or effort. Reishi mushroom has been described in traditional Eastern medicine as a herb that calms the spirit, not by dulling awareness, but by encouraging emotional neutrality and internal quiet. Its influence unfolds slowly, supporting the nervous system in releasing excess reactivity rather than suppressing sensation. This creates a feeling similar to still water, clear and unmoving, reflecting without disturbance. Visualizing this stillness helps emotional waves settle on their own. The chest softens, shoulders drop slightly, and breathing expands into a slower, fuller rhythm. Thoughts pass like distant clouds, visible but no longer engaging. The body senses that nothing needs to be solved or defended. This calm presence allows awareness to remain gentle and open, creating a bridge between wakefulness and rest. In this softened mental landscape, sleep becomes an invitation rather than an instruction, arriving quietly as the spirit feels settled, supported, and safe. Cordyceps supports the body's ability to distribute energy appropriately across the day, preventing depletion that leads to nighttime restlessness or excess that delays sleep. Its influence encourages efficiency rather than intensity, allowing effort and recovery to follow a natural rhythm. Visualizing this balance as a smooth arc, rising gently with daylight and lowering slowly with evening, helps the nervous system recognize when to release alertness. Muscles unwind from holding unnecessary readiness. Breathing finds a calm, even cadence, no longer signaling urgency. Thoughts settle into observation instead of anticipation. The body no longer needs to remain partially awake to compensate for imbalance. In this aligned rhythm, night feels expected and welcomed. Sleep emerges not from exhaustion, but from timing, guided by internal cues that understand when to rest and when to restore. Jiaogulan earned its traditional name through its association with balance, adaptability, and long-term harmony within the body. Rather than stimulating or sedating, it supports coordination between systems, encouraging calm resilience. This influence feels like slow circulation, steady and unhurried, reaching every part without force. Visualizing this gentle flow helps tension dissolve where it has quietly accumulated. Breathing deepens and smooths. Muscles soften. Posture eases. Thoughts become less fixed, drifting without attachment. The body senses continuity rather than urgency, as if it has time. In this quiet equilibrium, vigilance fades. Rest arrives naturally, not because the body is tired, but because it feels supported, aligned, and ready to release into sleep. Mugwort has been traditionally linked with the dream state, bridging wakefulness and sleep. Its aromatic qualities were believed to encourage awareness to turn inward, making dreams feel vivid yet unthreatening. Visualize a lantern dimming, not extinguishing, guiding attention from the outer world to inner imagery. Neural activity shifts toward imagination, reducing the grip of analytical thought. Breathing slows, muscles soften, and the body prepares for the landscape of sleep. Emotional tone becomes curious rather than alert, allowing the mind to drift gently. As this inward turn completes, your body feels safe to surrender, easing naturally into dreaming rest. Lavender has long been associated with comfort, familiarity, and nighttime reassurance. In medieval times, placing lavender beneath pillows was believed to invite calm through scent, creating an environment of safety. Modern understanding links its aroma to reduced nervous system arousal, smoothing the transition into rest. Imagine a soft purple haze settling over the senses, quieting edges and slowing perception. Muscles respond by relaxing, particularly around the chest and shoulders. Breathing synchronizes with this calm, becoming deeper and slower. Awareness feels gently enclosed, protected from disturbance. Within this scented calm, your body relaxes fully, allowing sleep to arrive softly and securely. Chamomile earned the name sun herb for bringing warmth and calm without stimulation. In ancient medicine, chamomile was associated with gentle light, believed to soothe the body the way evening sunlight softens a long day. Its compounds interact with calming receptors, encouraging the nervous system to release low-level tension without dulling awareness. Visualize a golden glow spreading slowly, not bright, not fading, simply steady. Muscles respond by loosening, especially in the face and abdomen. Breathing deepens as the chest softens, pauses between breaths becoming comfortable. Thoughts slow into a warm, drifting pattern, less analytical, more receptive. This association with light turning toward dusk reflects a natural transition rather than an ending. Within this soft glow, your body relaxes willingly, easing into sleep as daylight gently withdraws. Hyssop has long been linked with emotional and mental clearing, not through force, but through release. Historically used in rituals of purification, hyssop was believed to help the mind let go of lingering heaviness. This effect can be imagined as air slowly clearing after rain, freshness replacing density. Neural activity settles as unnecessary signals fade. Muscles relax subtly, particularly in the chest and throat. Breathing becomes freer, less restricted. Thoughts lose their weight, drifting without attachment. The nervous system interprets this lightness as safety. In this cleared internal space, your body rests more easily, releasing effort and welcoming quiet sleep. Dhyana has traditionally been used to support emotional balance, encouraging softness rather than intensity. Its influence helps emotional signals slow, allowing feelings to pass without clinging or escalation. Visualize emotions as waves that rise gently and settle back into stillness. The body mirrors this rhythm, easing muscle tone and smoothing breath. Tension held in the lower back and abdomen releases gradually. Thoughts become less reactive, no longer demanding resolution. Awareness remains present but unburdened. This emotional easing helps the nervous system stop scanning for disturbance. As calm spreads, your body feels safe to let go, drifting naturally toward rest. Elderflower has long been associated with gentle sleep and nighttime comfort. Traditionally, it was believed to invite rest by calming subtle nervous agitation rather than overpowering the senses. Visualize a pale, fragrant mist settling softly over the body, muting sharp edges. Breathing slows and deepens, the chest rising and falling evenly. Muscles soften without instruction. Posture loosens. Thoughts drift like petals on still water, separate and unhurried. The nervous system recognizes a familiar quiet. In this gentle stillness, your body releases vigilance and welcomes sleep with ease. Horehound has been traditionally linked with calming the heart and steadying internal rhythm. Its influence encourages even pacing rather than slowing by force, helping the cardiovascular system feel secure. Visualize the heartbeat as a calm drum, steady and reassuring. Breathing naturally aligns with this rhythm, smoothing irregular pauses. Muscles in the chest and shoulders release tension. Thoughts settle into the background, no longer tracking time. This steadiness signals safety to the nervous system. In this calm rhythm, your body relaxes fully, allowing sleep to arrive naturally and quietly. Catnip creates calm in humans by gently quieting neural activity rather than exciting it. While cats respond with bursts of energy, the human nervous system interprets catnip very differently, using its aromatic compounds to reduce subtle mental agitation. Visualize two pathways diverging, one playful and bright, the other slow and dim, guiding the body toward rest. In humans, this dimming effect lowers background alertness, allowing muscles to soften naturally. Breathing becomes deeper and more regular, especially as tension releases from the chest and neck. Thoughts stop bouncing between ideas, choosing instead to linger briefly before drifting away. The body no longer reacts to small internal signals, recognizing that stillness is safe. In this gentle divergence, your body settles into quiet calm, loosening into sleep without resistance. Valerian root quietly protects the brain's calming messenger, allowing sleepiness to remain unbroken. Within the nervous system, GABA acts like a dimmer switch, lowering neural activity so the mind can slow. And valerian supports this process by reducing how quickly GABA is cleared away, creating a longer, smoother window of calm. Instead of forcing sedation, the effect feels like extending twilight, where signals soften and overlap gently. Visualize neurons glowing less brightly, their conversations becoming slower and farther apart. as if distance itself were increasing between thoughts. Muscles receive fewer urgent instructions, releasing tension from the jaw, shoulders, and lower back. Breathing deepens without command, pauses lengthen, and the body stops checking for disturbances. This continuity helps prevent sudden awakenings, allowing sleep to deepen naturally. As this gentle chemistry settles, your body feels safely held within a larger rhythm, and muscles loosen into rest. Valerian earned its ancient reputation by supporting rest without dulling the waking mind. Roman herbal traditions valued valerian for evening use, noticing that it guided the body toward rest gradually, rather than pressing it into unconsciousness. The plant's aroma and compounds were believed to invite the nervous system to stand down, much like guards quietly leaving their posts at night. Visualize torchlight fading along stone corridors, shadows lengthening as activity retreats inward. The heart settles into a slower cadence, and breathing becomes rounder, less interrupted. Thoughts lose their urgency, becoming echoes instead of commands. This cultural memory reflects an intuitive understanding of rhythm, rest following activity as night follows day. In this long human tradition, your body recognizes familiarity, softening into sleep with a sense of ancient safety. Hops gently shorten the distance between wakefulness and sleep without pulling the mind down. Humulone and related compounds interact with calming pathways, easing the transition into rest by quieting background neural chatter. Rather than changing consciousness abruptly, the effect feels like lowering ambient noise in a room until silence appears on its own. Visualize a horizon at dusk, colors blending slowly as sharp contrasts fade. Muscles respond by releasing readiness, especially in the legs and hands. Breathing synchronizes with this quieting, becoming slower and more even. The body stops waiting for the next signal, allowing drowsiness to arrive naturally. As this gentle descent unfolds, your awareness feels safely guided, and your body drifts towards sleep with trust. Passionflower supports the brain's own calming language, allowing relaxation to speak clearly. By encouraging natural GABA activity, passionflower helps reduce excess signaling without suppressing awareness. This feels like a softening of edges, where thoughts no longer collide, but pass alongside each other. Visualize a slow river widening, its surface smoothing as obstacles dissolve beneath. The nervous system mirrors this ease, lowering muscle tone and smoothing breath. Emotional tension loosens, making space for neutrality and calm. Awareness floats gently between presence and rest, unpressured and safe. In this widening calm, your body recognizes permission to sleep, releasing effort and settling deeply. Kava Kava creates calm by reorganizing signals, not by overwhelming the senses. Its compounds interact with GABA receptors in a way that reduces anxiety while preserving clarity, producing a feeling of grounded ease rather than heaviness. Imagine a crowded room slowly emptying, footsteps fading until only spaciousness remains. Muscles soften across the chest and abdomen, breath slows, and the heartbeat steadies. Thoughts stop circling, choosing instead to rest where they are. The body senses that vigilance is unnecessary, allowing relaxation to deepen without resistance. As this calm alignment settles, your body feels safely anchored, and sleep arrives like a natural tide. Magnolia bark introduces honokiol, a compound that invites the brain to soften its pace. Honokiol interacts with calming pathways related to GABA, encouraging signals to spread more evenly instead of firing sharply, creating a sense of spacious quiet rather than sedation. Visualize the brain as a night sky, where stars slowly dim, not disappearing, simply resting farther apart. This gentle redistribution reduces background tension that often keeps awareness alert. Muscles respond by releasing small, hidden efforts in the face, neck, and hands. Breathing becomes smoother, with longer pauses that feel comfortable and unforced. Emotional tone settles into neutrality, neither lifted nor weighed down, allowing the mind to drift without attachment. As this calm chemistry unfolds, your body relaxes into safety, and muscles loosen as if cradled by night. Bacopa Monnieri has long been associated with quieting the mind while preserving clarity. In Ayurvedic tradition, Bacopa was valued for supporting balanced neural communication, helping thoughts move slowly and coherently instead of scattering. Imagine ink spreading gently through water, forming soft shapes without sharp edges. This smooth signaling reduces mental noise and encourages patience within awareness. The nervous system mirrors this calm by easing tension along the spine and behind the eyes. Breathing deepens, becoming less directed, more natural. Attention no longer grips each thought, allowing mental space to widen. Within this widening calm, your body feels gently supported, releasing effort and easing towards sleep. Gotu Kola supports cerebral circulation in a way that feels cooling and steady. Rather than stimulating alertness, improved circulation brings nourishment and oxygen evenly, reducing the restless signals associated with anxiety. Visualize a slow, clear stream reaching quiet places, refreshing without disturbance. As the brain feels evenly supplied, vigilance fades, muscles in the jaw and shoulders relax, and breathing smooths into a slower rhythm. Thoughts feel lighter, less compressed, no longer rushing forward. The body recognizes internal balance and stops preparing for change. In this gentle flow, your system settles, and rest becomes an easy continuation of calm. Rose petals have long been associated with emotional softness and gentle reassurance. Their scent interacts with emotional centers of the brain, encouraging feelings to slow and spread evenly rather than surge. Visualize soft pink tones filling the space behind closed eyes, smoothing emotional edges. Muscles in the face and jaw relax, releasing expressions held unconsciously. Breathing becomes lighter yet deeper, moving freely through the chest. Thoughts lose their emotional charge, becoming neutral and distant. This quieting of emotional tone signals safety to the nervous system. In this softened emotional field, your body relaxes fully, allowing rest to deepen naturally. Jasmine is valued for its ability to calm without dulling awareness. When used in calming teas, jasmine's aroma gently lowers nervous system arousal, encouraging a serene mental state. Visualize white blossoms opening slowly at night, releasing scent into still air. The body responds by easing muscle tension, particularly in the shoulders and upper back. Breathing slows, becoming smooth and unbroken. Thoughts drift gently, no longer anchored to urgency. Awareness remains present but relaxed. In this quiet bloom, your body feels safe to drift, easing softly towards sleep. Lotus has long symbolized calm awareness and inner stillness. In traditional medicine, lotus was used to help the mind remain clear while releasing excess activity. Visualize a lotus floating on still water, unmoved by gentle ripples. Neural signals slow, creating spacious awareness. Muscles relax evenly throughout the body. Breathing deepens and steadies, unforced. Thoughts settle like sediment, clearing the surface of the mind. In this calm clarity, your body rests deeply, allowing sleep to arrive without effort. Blue lotus was traditionally associated with relaxation and altered states of calm awareness. Its historical use in rituals emphasized gentle transition rather than escape, helping awareness turn inward. Visualize deep blue light spreading slowly, cooling the mind and softening perception. The nervous system responds by reducing reactivity. Breathing becomes slow and rhythmic. Muscles release held tension, especially along the spine. Thoughts fade into imagery rather than words. In this inward drift, your body feels secure, relaxing fully into restorative sleep. Low doses of saffron gently support emotional balance, allowing mood to soften naturally. Compounds within saffron influence neurotransmitters related to emotional regulation, encouraging steadiness rather than elevation. Visualize warm, golden threads dissolving slowly into water, tinting it evenly without intensity. This gentle influence helps emotional fluctuations smooth out, reducing background restlessness. Muscles in the face and chest relax as emotional tension eases. Breathing becomes deeper, less guarded, moving freely through the body. Thoughts lose their emotional charge, drifting without attachment or urgency. The nervous system senses emotional safety, no longer scanning for imbalance. In this softened emotional landscape, your body releases effort and drifts quietly toward rest. Calendula supports physical relaxation by encouraging tissues to soften and release. Traditionally associated with gentle healing, calendula's influence feels like warmth spreading across the body without pressure. Visualize orange light settling slowly into muscles and joints, easing subtle tightness. The nervous system responds by lowering muscle tone, especially in areas held throughout the day. Breathing becomes rounder, expanding fully with each inhale. Thoughts shift away from the body, floating freely. This physical ease signals comfort and safety. As the body softens completely, rest arrives naturally, carrying you gently towards sleep. Marjoram introduces calm through gentle nervous system support rather than sedation. Its aromatic compounds encourage neural signals to slow, creating a sense of quiet readiness for rest. Visualize soft green shadows lengthening at dusk, colors blending as light fades. Muscles relax gradually, especially in the shoulders and neck. Breathing settles into an even, soothing rhythm. Thoughts become less insistent, allowing awareness to drift. The body no longer holds itself upright against the day. In this gentle dimming, your body feels safe to let go, easing smoothly into sleep. Sweet flag has traditionally been used to calm mental agitation without dulling perception. Its influence supports organized neural signaling, allowing thoughts to slow and separate naturally. Visualize reeds standing quietly in still water, unmoved by passing currents. The nervous system mirrors this stability, releasing mental pressure. Muscles soften along the spine and jaw. Breathing deepens naturally, unforced. Awareness remains present, yet relaxed. In this mental stillness, your body settles comfortably, welcoming restorative rest. Meadowsweet gently reduces low-level discomfort that can interrupt rest. Its natural compounds support the body's comfort systems, easing subtle aches without overpowering sensation. Visualize a cool mist settling over the body, smoothing sharp edges. Muscles relax as discomfort fades into the background. Breathing becomes slower and more continuous. Thoughts stop returning to sensation, drifting freely. The nervous system recognizes relief and safety. In this softened comfort, your body releases vigilance, allowing sleep to deepen fully. Caffeine exists in nature as a quiet defensive strategy rather than an energy gift. In coffee plants, caffeine evolved to deter insects by overstimulating their nervous systems. making leaves and seeds less appealing to consume. Visualize this compound as a subtle shield, invisible but effective, protecting the plant without movement or sound. When humans ingest caffeine, the effect reverses in scale, gently blocking adenosine receptors and delaying the signal of tiredness. This delay feels like borrowed alertness rather than true energy. Over time, the body learns to wait again, allowing natural fatigue to return. Recognizing caffeine as a botanical defense reframes wakefulness as a temporary illusion. In this understanding, your body feels permission to release stimulation and return to natural rest. Humans uniquely consume mild neurotoxins to alter awareness and perception. Caffeine functions as a controlled neurotoxin, disrupting normal signaling to create alertness without nourishment. Visualize this as static, layered over silence. Noise replacing quiet temporarily. The brain adapts, adjusting sensitivity to restore balance. When stimulation fades, natural rhythms re-emerge. This adaptability reveals the brain's preference for equilibrium rather than constant activation. Awareness softens as the need for artificial alertness dissolves. In this return to balance, your nervous system relaxes, settling gently into its original rhythm. Capsaicin creates the sensation of heat without changing temperature. By activating pain and heat receptors, capsaicin convinces the brain that warmth is present where none exists. Visualize a signal lighting up without flame, perception responding faster than reality. This illusion demonstrates how sensation is constructed by the brain rather than the body alone. As understanding deepens, the mind releases the need to react. Sensation fades when interpretation softens. In this quiet awareness, your body rests calmly, no longer compelled by imagined signals. Birds experience capsaicin differently, allowing seeds to travel safely. Their receptors do not respond to capsaicin, enabling birds to eat chili fruits without discomfort and disperse seeds across distance. Visualize this as a biological agreement, where sensation guides cooperation rather than harm. This selective perception highlights how experience is shaped by biology. Awareness slows as the mind recognizes diversity without judgment. In this shared balance, your body eases into stillness, supported by natural design. Menthol signals coolness without lowering temperature. By activating cold-sensitive receptors, menthol creates the illusion of cooling air against the skin. Visualize a breeze passing without wind, perception responding to suggestion. This demonstrates how the nervous system interprets signals rather than measuring reality directly. When interpretation softens, sensation becomes gentle. In this softened perception, your body relaxes, releasing effort and drifting toward deep rest. Vanilla carries a scent that quietly reminds the nervous system of early safety. Certain aromatic compounds in vanilla resemble molecules associated with breast milk, which the brain links to nourishment and protection. Visualize a warm, familiar softness surrounding awareness. Not vivid, not demanding, simply present. This recognition lowers alert signals in the limbic system, easing emotional vigilance. Muscles in the face and chest soften as the body interprets comfort. Breathing deepens naturally, becoming slower and more rhythmic. Thoughts drift without urgency, no longer scanning for threat or stimulation. This biochemical familiarity allows the nervous system to return to a primal state of trust. In this remembered safety, your body relaxes completely, settling gently into restful sleep. Parsley contains apigenin, a flavonoid associated with gentle calming effects. Apigenin interacts with receptors linked to relaxation, encouraging neural activity to slow without suppressing awareness. Visualize delicate green patterns spreading evenly, calming without darkening perception. This subtle signaling reduces background tension that often keeps the mind lightly alert. Muscles respond by loosening, especially around the jaw and shoulders. Breathing becomes smoother, pauses lengthen comfortably. Thoughts separate and drift, losing their need to repeat. The body senses biochemical reassurance rather than force. In this gentle slowing, your system feels supported, allowing sleep to deepen naturally. Basil supports calm by easing stress responses rather than overpowering them. Its aromatic profile influences emotional centers, helping the nervous system step down from readiness. Visualize soft green leaves releasing scent into still air. Movement slowing without stopping. Muscles unwind from the day's holding patterns. Breathing settles into a quiet, even rhythm. Thoughts soften, no longer gripping outcomes. Emotional tone becomes neutral and light. This easing signals that effort is no longer required. In this gentle release, your body drifts toward rest, unburdened and calm. Bay leaf was traditionally burned to invite calm and clarity. As its aroma filled enclosed spaces, it was believed to signal closure and rest. Visualize thin streams of scented smoke rising slowly, dispersing without urgency. The nervous system responds to ritual and scent by lowering arousal. Muscles soften, posture relaxes, breathing becomes slower and deeper. Thoughts fade into the background, replaced by stillness. In this ritual calm, your body releases the day, easing smoothly into sleep. Silphium represents impermanence and quiet endings in the natural world. Once valued across ancient cultures, this heart-shaped plant disappeared through overuse, leaving only memory and image behind. Visualize its absence as a soft space rather than a loss, a pause in the long story of nature. This awareness shifts attention from possession to presence. The mind releases grasping, muscles loosen, breathing slows. Thoughts accept stillness without resistance. In this gentle acceptance of impermanence, your body rests deeply, safe within the moment. The heart symbol began as a botanical shape long before it described emotion. Ancient cultures observed the form of certain seeds and plants, noticing a rounded symmetry that suggested fertility and continuity rather than anatomy. Visualize small seeds cupped together, their curves meeting softly, representing life, waiting in stillness. Over time, this shape drifted from agriculture into language, becoming a quiet shorthand for connection and care. The mind responds to this symbol instinctively, relaxing when it appears, because it echoes growth and safety. Muscles ease, breathing slows, and attention turns inward. Thoughts stop analyzing meaning and simply rest with the image. This origin reminds awareness that emotion often grows from nature, not intellect. In this gentle remembering, your body settles, relaxing into a calm that feels deeply familiar. Mandrake was once valued for its ability to quiet sensation and awareness. Ancient healers used mandrake carefully, recognizing its power to soften pain and induce stillness. Visualize a deep earth root, holding quiet beneath the surface, storing calm in darkness. This association linked the plant with sleep, surgery, and thresholds between consciousness. The idea of such rest invited trust in the body's ability to surrender safely. Muscles loosen as awareness drifts downward. Breathing becomes heavy and slow. Thoughts release their grip, allowing sensation to fade into background hum. In this ancient quiet, your body feels permitted to rest deeply, easing fully into sleep. Legends surrounded mandrake to encourage caution and reverence. Stories described a scream capable of harming those who pulled the root, serving as mythic protection against misuse. Visualize sound dissolving into silence before reaching the ear, a warning wrapped in story. These myths slowed human action, replacing force with respect. The nervous system responds to story by pausing, lowering impulsive movement. Muscles relax as urgency fades. Breathing steadies, and awareness softens. Myth becomes a tool for calm rather than fear. In this softened caution, your body releases tension, resting peacefully within protective quiet. Resins like frankincense and myrrh form through slow, protective flow. When a tree is wounded, resin seeps outward, hardening in air to seal and protect. Visualize golden drops moving slowly down bark, shining quietly in sunlight. This process symbolized life force preserved rather than lost. Used in rituals, these resins invited stillness and reverence. Their aroma signals closure, transition, and calm. Muscles soften as scent fills awareness. Breathing slows, perception narrows gently. In this slow, protective flow, your body feels sealed and safe, settling into deep rest. Frankincense and myrrh accompanied humans through transitions of time and body. Their use in rituals and preservation reflected trust in continuity beyond movement. Visualize smoke rising slowly, carrying attention upward, while the body remains still. This ritual framed stillness as sacred rather than empty. Awareness relaxes when stillness gains meaning. Muscles release, breathing deepens, thoughts dissolve into quiet acceptance. In this sacred pause, your body rests completely, embraced by calm and silence. Burning sage quietly transforms the air, inviting cleanliness without disturbance. Scientific observation has shown that compounds released when sage is burned can reduce airborne bacteria by up to 94%, and this effect can linger long after the smoke has cleared. Visualize invisible particles settling, the room becoming lighter and clearer, as if space itself were exhaling. This purification is not aggressive. It unfolds slowly, allowing the environment to feel safer rather than sterile. The body responds instinctively to cleaner air, easing respiratory effort and softening the chest. Breathing deepens, becoming smoother and less guarded. Muscles release subtle tension as the nervous system recognizes reduced threat. Awareness widens briefly, then grows quiet, no longer scanning the surroundings. In this purified stillness, your body relaxes deeply, trusting the space enough to rest. Astragalus supports the body by strengthening its sense of internal defense. Rather than stimulating alertness, this support reassures the immune system, allowing nighttime processes to unfold without interruption. Visualize countless quiet workers moving steadily within, repairing and maintaining without noise. When the body feels protected internally, it no longer keeps the mind lightly awake for monitoring. Muscles soften, especially along the back and limbs. Breathing slows into a deep, even rhythm. Thoughts lose their need to supervise bodily function. The night becomes a time of restoration rather than vigilance. In this quiet internal protection, your body surrenders fully, drifting into deep, restorative sleep. Low doses of ginseng help the body remember its natural timing. Instead of pushing energy upward, gentle amounts support circadian rhythm, reinforcing when to be active and when to rest. Visualize an internal clock whose hands move smoothly, without skipping or strain. This steadiness helps the nervous system release confusion around day and night. Muscles no longer prepare for action after darkness arrives. Breathing aligns with this rhythm, slow and predictable. Thoughts stop resisting time and begin to follow it. In this restored timing, your body relaxes into night, welcoming sleep as its rightful place. Meadowsweet offers relief by softening discomfort rather than erasing sensation. Its natural compounds gently reduce pain signaling, allowing the body to rest without sharp interruption. Visualize a cool veil settling over sensitive areas, muting intensity without numbing awareness. As discomfort fades into the background, muscles loosen their protective tension. Breathing deepens, uninterrupted. Thoughts no longer return to the body, drifting freely into quiet imagery. The nervous system recognizes relief and lowers its guard. In this softened silence, your body lets go completely, sinking into the deepest rest. Fennel seed has long been used to support digestion, especially when fullness and trapped air quietly disturb the body at night. Its aromatic compounds encourage gentle movement in the digestive tract, allowing tension and pressure to ease without force. This easing can be imagined as a slow unwinding, like a knot loosening on its own when given time. As digestion settles, the body no longer sends subtle alert signals upward, signals that often keep the mind partially awake. The abdomen softens, breathing deepens, and the diaphragm moves more freely. Muscles around the torso relax as internal discomfort fades into the background. Thoughts become less occupied with sensation, drifting instead into softer awareness. When the digestive system feels calm and unpressured, the nervous system follows, recognizing that it no longer needs to monitor the body. In this quiet comfort, sleep approaches naturally, supported by a sense of internal ease and gentle release. Anise is traditionally valued for its ability to soothe spasms and subtle contractions within the digestive system, helping the body release tension that might otherwise remain unnoticed. Its sweet, warming aroma suggests comfort and familiarity, encouraging relaxation rather than stimulation. Visualizing its effect as a slow, spreading warmth can help muscles in the abdomen and chest soften gradually. As internal tightness eases, breathing becomes smoother, less interrupted by shallow pauses. The body no longer needs to stay alert to internal signals, allowing awareness to drift away from sensation. Thoughts lose their repetitive quality, becoming slower and more spacious. This gentle calming of the digestive rhythm sends a message of safety through the nervous system. In that safety, muscles rest more fully, and the body settles into a quiet readiness for sleep, supported by internal harmony rather than effort. Ginger supports warmth and circulation, helping the body feel settled and comfortable, rather than tense or guarded. This warmth does not rush. It spreads gradually, like a steady glow moving through the limbs. When the body feels evenly warm, it no longer needs to maintain subtle alertness to regulate temperature. Muscles relax, particularly in areas that tend to tighten when the body feels cool or unsettled. Breathing deepens as the chest softens, and posture eases without instruction. Thoughts slow because there is no internal signal demanding adjustment or action. Visualizing this warmth as a gentle envelope can help the nervous system recognize stability. In this steady comfort, the body releases unnecessary vigilance, allowing sleep to arrive quietly, carried by warmth and ease. Turmeric is known for supporting the body's ability to manage low-grade inflammation, which can subtly disrupt rest even when pain is not obvious. By encouraging internal calm, turmeric helps the body settle into a more stable nighttime state. This stability can be imagined as a smoothing of rough edges, where internal signals become quieter and less insistent. Muscles respond by releasing background tension, especially in joints and connective tissue. Breathing becomes slower, more rhythmic. Thoughts are less likely to be pulled back into awareness by discomfort. As the body experiences fewer interruptions, the nervous system relaxes its watchfulness. In this quieter internal environment, sleep deepens naturally, supported by continuity and calm rather than exhaustion. Cinnamon supports balanced blood sugar levels, helping the body avoid nighttime fluctuations that can trigger subtle awakenings. This balance feels like steadiness rather than control, allowing energy to remain even through rest. Visualizing this steadiness as a smooth line helps the mind release anticipation. The body responds by relaxing muscles that would otherwise prepare for sudden shifts. Breathing settles into a deep, unbroken rhythm. Thoughts drift without urgency. In this metabolic calm, the nervous system senses reliability, allowing the body to remain asleep without disturbance, resting comfortably within a stable internal rhythm. Cardamom has been traditionally used to support digestive relaxation, especially when the body holds subtle tension after a full or active day. Its aromatic compounds encourage smooth digestive motion, helping the stomach and intestines release tightness without pressure. This effect can be imagined as gentle waves settling after movement, creating internal quiet. As digestion becomes calmer, the body no longer sends low-level alert signals upward to the nervous system. The abdomen softens, breathing deepens, and the diaphragm moves freely. Muscles around the ribcage and lower back relax naturally. Thoughts drift away from bodily sensation, becoming slower and less repetitive. The nervous system recognizes that the body is comfortable and safe. In this calm digestive state, rest becomes easier to access, allowing sleep to arrive as a continuation of comfort rather than a forced shutdown. Coriander seed has been valued for its gentle ability to soothe the stomach, especially when digestion feels unsettled or overly active. Its natural compounds support balance rather than suppression, allowing digestive processes to slow and coordinate smoothly. Visualizing this balance as a steady, circular motion helps the body release internal tension. As the stomach relaxes, breathing becomes deeper and more rhythmic. Muscles around the core loosen, reducing the need for constant adjustment. Thoughts become less anchored to sensation, drifting into a calmer mental space. The nervous system interprets this ease as reassurance. In that reassurance, vigilance fades, and the body feels permitted to rest. Sleep approaches quietly, supported by internal comfort and steadiness. Dill seed has traditionally been used to ease gas and internal pressure that can disturb rest without obvious discomfort. Its influence encourages gentle release, allowing the digestive system to settle naturally. This release can be imagined as space opening slowly within the abdomen. As pressure diminishes, the body no longer needs to remain partially alert. Breathing becomes smoother, less guarded. Muscles soften in response, especially around the belly and lower spine. Thoughts lose their repetitive quality, drifting without attachment. The nervous system recognizes internal ease and safety. In this softened state, rest deepens naturally, allowing sleep to unfold without interruption. Fenugreek supports balanced energy by encouraging steady metabolic rhythms rather than sudden shifts. This stability helps the body avoid nighttime alertness caused by internal imbalance. Visualizing this effect as a calm, level surface helps the mind release anticipation. Muscles relax as the body senses consistency. Breathing settles into an even pattern. Thoughts slow, no longer scanning for change. In this steady internal environment, the nervous system rests. Sleep emerges gently, supported by equilibrium rather than fatigue. Hibiscus has been traditionally associated with supporting calm cardiovascular rhythms, helping the heart settle into a smoother pace. This calming influence feels like a gentle slowing rather than restraint. Visualizing the heartbeat as a soft, even pulse helps the body relax. Breathing synchronizes with this rhythm, becoming deeper and quieter. Muscles in the chest and shoulders soften. Thoughts drift inward, less attached to external timing. In this calm alignment, the body releases vigilance, allowing sleep to arrive quietly, guided by steady rhythm and ease. Lemon balm has long been associated with quieting restless thoughts and gentle focus. Ancient Greek physicians observed that this soft-scented herb calmed emotional agitation without dulling awareness. Visualize pale green leaves, releasing a subtle citrus aroma as evening air cools. Lemon balm contains rosmarinic acid, which gently supports GABA activity in the brain, encouraging relaxation without sedation. Rather than forcing sleep, it allows the nervous system to loosen its grip on alertness. The heart rate eases, breathing lengthens, and mental chatter softens into background silence. Historically, it was planted near homes to invite calm spirits and emotional balance. The body responds to this symbolism instinctively, associating the herb with safety and familiarity. Muscles begin to relax around the neck and jaw. Thoughts slow as if wrapped in a light herbal mist. The sensation is not heaviness, but permission to rest. In this gentle release, your body settles naturally, floating toward sleep without effort. Skullcap became known as a plant that gently quiets an overworked nervous system. Indigenous healers observed its ability to ease tension after long periods of mental strain. Visualize slender stems swaying slowly near water, absorbing stillness from their surroundings. The herb contains flavonoids that interact softly with neural pathways, reducing excessive firing rather than suppressing awareness. This creates a sense of mental spaciousness. Muscles release micro-tension held throughout the day. Breathing becomes slower, deeper, less guarded. Historically, skullcap was used at dusk, aligning its effects with the body's descent into night. The nervous system recognizes this timing as safe. Thoughts drift without pulling attention back. The body no longer braces against itself. In this quiet neurological calm, your body loosens completely, ready to sink into deep rest. Linden flowers were cherished for their ability to calm emotional and physical tension. Herbalists noticed that linden tea softened palpitations linked to stress rather than exertion. Visualize pale blossoms floating in warm water, releasing a honey-like scent that slows the senses. The plant contains volatile oils and flavonoids that support parasympathetic activity. This encourages the heart to slow naturally. Muscles around the chest and shoulders release protective holding. Breathing smooths into a gentle rhythm. Linden trees were traditionally planted near gathering spaces, symbolizing communal calm. The body responds to this memory of safety. Awareness stops scanning for threat. In this heart-centered stillness, your body relaxes deeply, resting inside a quiet, emotional shelter. Schisandra is known for harmonizing rather than pushing bodily systems. Its berries contain 5 flavors, symbolizing balance across organs and energy pathways. Visualize small red fruits, drying slowly in mountain air, storing steadiness rather than stimulation. In traditional use, Schisandra supports the stress response by smoothing cortisol fluctuations. This prevents nighttime alertness without inducing heaviness. Muscles relax evenly rather than collapsing. Breathing becomes steady and centered. The mind stops swinging between fatigue and tension. Balance replaces effort. In this internal harmony, your body feels aligned, drifting peacefully into restorative sleep. Wild lettuce earned its name for its mild, calming effects on the body. Historical herbalists used its milky sap to ease discomfort and promote rest without intoxication. Visualize tall stems releasing a pale resin at sunset, quiet and unhurried. The plant contains lactucarium, a compound that gently reduces sensory intensity. Muscles loosen without losing awareness. Breathing deepens naturally. The nervous system recognizes safety without suppression. The body feels supported rather than altered. In this softened sensory field, your body sinks gently, welcoming sleep with quiet trust. California poppy has been valued for its ability to calm the nervous system gently. Native healers noticed that the plant encouraged rest without dulling clarity or creating dependence. Visualize soft orange petals closing slowly as daylight fades, signaling the body to follow night's rhythm. The plant contains alkaloids that support relaxation pathways in the brain, reducing restlessness rather than inducing forceful sleep. Muscles release their subtle guarding, especially in the limbs. Breathing deepens, becoming slower and more fluid. Unlike stronger sedatives, this herb allows awareness to remain soft and present. The nervous system interprets this calm as safe and natural. Thoughts drift without resistance. The body no longer holds itself upright against fatigue. Sensation settles into warmth. In this gentle neurological easing, your body relaxes fully, floating towards sleep with quiet trust. Ashwagandha has long been used to steady the body under prolonged stress. Rather than stimulating or sedating, it supports adrenal balance, helping cortisol follow a natural daily curve. Visualize a thick root resting beneath dry soil, storing resilience rather than urgency. When cortisol stabilizes, nighttime alertness fades naturally. Muscles soften along the spine and lower back. Breathing becomes deeper as the body releases survival tension. The mind stops anticipating tomorrow. This herb's role is not to knock the body into sleep, but to remind it that safety has returned. Awareness settles inward. In this restored sense of security, your body releases effort, sinking gently into deep rest. Verbena was associated with peace and ritual purification across ancient cultures. Herbalists observed its calming effect on both mood and digestion. Visualize slender stems swaying lightly, carrying stillness from earth to air. The plant's compounds gently support parasympathetic activity, easing tension without heaviness. Muscles relax around the abdomen and chest. Breathing smooths and slows. Historically, verbena was used before sleep rituals to quiet emotional residue from the day. The nervous system responds to ritual with relief. In this sacred calm, your body settles deeply, resting inside a gentle, protective silence. Oat straw supports the nervous system through nourishment rather than suppression. Herbalists noticed it restored calm after long periods of mental strain. Visualize golden stems drying slowly in open air, storing quiet energy. Rich in minerals, oat straw helps nerves conduct signals more smoothly, reducing jitteriness. Muscles soften as internal communication improves. Breathing deepens without conscious effort. The body feels replenished rather than altered. Awareness drifts when the nervous system no longer strains. In this nourishing stillness, your body relaxes fully, sinking into restorative sleep. Blue vervain became known for releasing tension held deep within the nervous system. Traditional use focused on easing overthinking and muscular tightness caused by prolonged stress. Visualize tall purple spikes standing calmly near water, absorbing quiet. Its bitter compounds gently signal the body to let go. Muscles release along the neck and shoulders. Breathing lengthens naturally. Thoughts lose urgency. The nervous system shifts from effort to surrender. In this complete release, your body softens entirely, drifting into the deepest, quietest sleep. Wood botany was traditionally associated with protection, calm, and quiet nights. Medieval herbalists believed this plant shielded the mind from restless thoughts and intrusive dreams. Visualize soft purple flowers growing in shaded meadows, absorbing stillness from the earth. Wood botany contains compounds that gently relax muscle tension and support parasympathetic nervous activity. Rather than forcing drowsiness, it encourages the body to release vigilance. The shoulders drop, the jaw loosens, and breathing slows naturally. Historically, it was placed near beds or brewed as an evening infusion to invite peaceful rest. The nervous system responds to ritual and symbolism, interpreting them as safety cues. Awareness begins to soften, drifting away from effort. Sensation becomes quieter, less demanding. The body no longer prepares for action. In this protective calm, your body relaxes fully, resting as if gently guarded through the night. Agrimony was known as an herb for people who carried hidden tension. Traditional herbalists observed its ability to ease subtle nervous strain that lingered beneath calm appearances. Visualize tall stems with small yellow flowers standing quietly in open fields. Agrimony supports digestive and nervous balance, helping the body release internal holding. When digestion relaxes, the nervous system follows. Breathing deepens as the abdomen softens. Muscles release tension stored without awareness. Historically, agrimony tea was taken at night to unwind emotional residue. The mind responds by loosening its grip on unresolved thoughts. Awareness drifts inward. In this gentle, emotional release, your body settles peacefully, allowing sleep to arrive without resistance. Angelica root was valued for warming the body and calming internal unease. Herbalists noticed its grounding effect during periods of weakness or nervous chill. Visualize thick, aromatic roots resting beneath damp soil, holding warmth through cold seasons. Angelica supports circulation and gently soothes nervous tension. As warmth spreads, muscles stop guarding against discomfort. Breathing steadies, becoming deeper and slower. Historically, Angelica was used in evening preparations to prepare the body for rest. The nervous system interprets warmth as safety. In this grounded warmth, your body relaxes deeply, drifting toward restorative sleep. Sweet woodruff was prized for its calming fragrance rather than strong physiological action. When dried, it releases a soft hay-like scent that gently quiets the mind. Visualize bundles hanging in shadowed rooms, filling the air with subtle sweetness. The aroma influences emotional centers of the brain, reducing mental agitation. Muscles loosen as attention shifts from thought to sensation. Breathing becomes slower, guided by scent. Historically, woodruff was placed under pillows to invite peaceful dreams. The nervous system responds instinctively to familiar, gentle smells. In this aromatic stillness, your body softens completely, welcoming deep rest. Tilia bark comes from the same tree as linden flowers, carrying similar calming qualities. Herbalists use the inner bark to support nervous balance and emotional softness. Visualize smooth strips drying slowly, pale and quiet. The bark's compounds gently support relaxation without heaviness. Muscles release along the arms and chest. Breathing flows evenly. Historically, it was prepared for evening use, aligning with the body's descent into night. Awareness eases as effort dissolves. In this gentle tree-born calm, your body rests deeply, floating into sleep with ease. Mulungu has long been associated with calming the mind during deep nighttime rest. Indigenous healers in South America observed that the bark of this tree softened anxiety without suppressing awareness. Visualize a tall tree standing quietly near water, its reddish bark holding stillness through warm nights. Mulungu contains alkaloids that gently interact with nervous signaling, reducing excessive alertness rather than forcing sleep. This allows the body to unwind naturally. Muscles release tension stored through the shoulders and hips. Breathing slows, becoming deeper and more even. Traditionally, Mulungu was used in evening preparations, aligning its effects with darkness and cooling air. The nervous system recognizes this timing as safe. Thoughts lose urgency and drift without direction. Sensation grows heavier yet comfortable. The body no longer braces against the day. Awareness settles inward, guided by softness rather than command. This plant's role is permission, not control. In this gentle surrender, your body relaxes fully, floating quietly into deep, restorative sleep. Jatamansi has been valued for stabilizing restless mental movement in Ayurvedic tradition. Healers observed that its aromatic root quieted emotional fluctuation without dulling clarity. Visualize dark, twisted roots resting in cool mountain soil, storing calm through long seasons. Jatamansi supports neurotransmitter balance, gently encouraging parasympathetic dominance at night. This reduces mental looping and softens internal tension. Muscles release gradually along the spine and jaw. Breathing lengthens with each unforced exhale. Historically, the herb was used during evening rituals to prepare the mind for inward travel. The nervous system responds to ritual with trust. Thoughts slow, spacing themselves naturally. Sensory input fades into background hum. The body no longer tracks time or outcome. Stillness becomes acceptable. This herb does not sedate, it steadies. In this balanced quiet, your body eases completely, resting inside a calm that feels ancient and safe. Corydalis has been used traditionally to soften discomfort and nervous agitation. Practitioners noticed its ability to reduce physical and emotional intensity without causing heaviness. Visualize small purple flowers emerging briefly before returning to earth, their presence subtle and calm. Corydalis contains alkaloids that gently modulate pain perception, allowing rest without sharp interruption. As discomfort fades, the body stops guarding itself. Muscles loosen around the abdomen and chest. Breathing deepens naturally, uninterrupted. Historically, this herb supported rest during recovery periods. When the body needed quiet rather than stimulation, the nervous system interprets relief as safety. Thoughts stop circling sensation. Awareness drifts away from the body. The night feels wider and less demanding. This softness invites stillness rather than collapse. In this muted sensation, your body settles peacefully, sinking into sleep without resistance. Wild cherry bark was traditionally used to calm breathing during states of nervous tension. Herbalists observed that it eased spasmodic cough and chest tightness linked to stress. Visualize smooth bark drying slowly, releasing a faint, comforting aroma. The plant's compounds gently relax respiratory pathways, encouraging slower, deeper breaths. As breathing steadies, the nervous system follows. Muscles around the ribs and shoulders release their holding. Historically, wild cherry bark was prepared for evening use, aligning its effect with rest. The body responds to easier breathing by lowering vigilance. Thoughts fade as oxygen flow becomes rhythmic. Awareness settles into the chest, then drifts away. The night grows quieter, In this softened breath, your body relaxes fully, allowing sleep to arrive gently and naturally. Albizia julibrissin has been associated with emotional lightness and calm. Traditional practitioners observed its ability to ease sadness and mental constraint. Visualize delicate pink blossoms opening like soft feathers at dusk. The plant supports neurotransmitter balance linked to mood regulation, reducing emotional weight without stimulation. Muscles soften across the chest and face. Breathing becomes open and slow. Historically, albizia bark and flower were used to calm the spirit before sleep. The nervous system responds to emotional relief with surrender. Awareness drifts without resistance. The body no longer holds emotional armor. Rest becomes safe. In this gentle emotional ease, your body releases completely, drifting into the deepest, quietest sleep. Lavender contains a compound called linalool that gently interacts with the brain's calming pathways, encouraging neural activity to slow without forcing it. When inhaled, its aroma travels along the olfactory nerve, reaching deep emotional centers where memory and mood quietly reside. Rather than stimulating alertness, linalool supports the brain's natural braking system, often associated with GABA, allowing signals to soften and spread more evenly. The effect is gradual, like light dimming at sunset rather than switching off suddenly. Color, scent, and chemistry blend into a single experience, where relaxation feels earned rather than imposed. This is why lavender has been associated with rest across cultures and centuries, not as a remedy, but as an atmosphere. As this idea settles, your own thoughts may begin to space out naturally, losing sharp edges. Muscles can follow, releasing their grip, while breathing becomes slower and deeper, trusting that calm does not need to be commanded, only invited. Chamomile contains apigenin, a plant compound that binds to the same neural receptors involved in calming pharmaceutical sedatives, though in a far softer and more gradual way. This interaction does not overwhelm the nervous system. It simply encourages signals associated with rest to linger a little longer. When chamomile is consumed or inhaled, its chemistry blends quietly into the body's existing rhythms, supporting relaxation without dulling awareness. The experience is often described as warmth spreading slowly rather than heaviness descending. Historically, chamomile has been associated with sunlight and gentle strength, a reminder that calm can be bright rather than dark. Visualizing this interaction as a door already open helps the mind relax its resistance. As you breathe, the idea of ease, entering without effort, can invite your shoulders to drop, your jaw to loosen, and your awareness to drift toward a state where rest feels safe and familiar. The heart symbol began as a botanical shape long before it described emotion. Ancient cultures observed the form of certain seeds and plants, noticing a rounded symmetry that suggested fertility and continuity rather than anatomy. Visualize small seeds cupped together, their curves meeting softly, representing life waiting in stillness. Over time, this shape drifted from agriculture into language, becoming a quiet shorthand for connection and care. The mind responds to this symbol instinctively, relaxing when it appears, because it echoes growth and safety. Muscles ease, breathing slows, and attention turns inward. Thoughts stop analyzing meaning and simply rest with the image. This origin reminds awareness that emotion often grows from nature, not intellect. In this gentle remembering, your body settles, relaxing into a calm that feels deeply familiar. Mandrake was once valued for its ability to quiet sensation and awareness. Ancient healers used mandrake carefully, recognizing its power to soften pain and induce stillness. Visualize a deep earth root holding quiet beneath the surface, storing calm in darkness. This association linked the plant with sleep, surgery, and thresholds between consciousness. The idea of such rest invited trust in the body's ability to surrender safely. Muscles loosen as awareness drifts downward. Breathing becomes heavy and slow. Thoughts release their grip, allowing sensation to fade into background hum. In this ancient quiet, your body feels permitted to rest deeply, easing fully into sleep. The banana plant is quietly the largest herb on Earth, even though it looks like a tree standing still in tropical light. What appears to be a trunk is actually a layered column of leaves, wrapped gently around one another, rising from the ground like slow breath becoming form. There is no wood inside, only soft, water-filled tissue, designed to move nutrients upward with patience rather than strength. Botanically, herbs are plants without woody stems, and the banana follows this rule perfectly, growing tall through repetition instead of hardness. Its leaves unfurl one by one, each as wide as a blanket, catching sunlight in broad, calm surfaces that sway easily with passing air. In this way, the banana plant grows not by resisting the environment, but by cooperating with it, bending when needed, standing when conditions allow. This quiet strategy mirrors something ancient in nature, a reminder that stability does not always come from rigidity. As you listen, your body can follow the same principle, releasing unnecessary tension, allowing softness to support you, and discovering that rest, like the banana plant, can be tall, grounded, and gentle at the same time. Spearmint offers a gentler profile than peppermint, providing freshness without intensity. Its milder compounds interact with the nervous system in a way that feels soothing rather than energizing, making it suitable for moments of winding down. The sensation is smooth and rounded, like cool water rather than sharp air. Historically favored in calming teas, spearmint became associated with ease and comfort. Visualizing its effect as a slow wave can help the mind release tension gradually. As this image settles, breathing naturally deepens, and the body relaxes without effort. Thoughts lose urgency, drifting at a pace that feels safe and manageable. This gentle clarity allows the nervous system to remain settled, preparing the body for rest without disrupting the natural progression towards sleep. A banana is scientifically classified as a berry, while a strawberry is not, a fact that gently reshapes how we think about familiar shapes. In botany, berries are defined not by size or sweetness, but by how they form from a single flower with one ovary, allowing seeds to develop inside soft flesh. Bananas follow this quiet blueprint, their tiny dark specks marking where seeds once existed in wild ancestors. Strawberries, by contrast, carry their seeds on the outside, each one a separate fruit resting on the surface like small constellations. This distinction is not a contradiction, but a lesson in how nature organizes itself beyond appearance. Plants follow patterns written over millions of years, patterns that remain calm and precise even when they surprise us. Understanding this does not require effort, only observation, the same kind of observation that slows the mind when watching clouds change shape. As this idea settles, it invites your thoughts to loosen their grip on expectations, allowing curiosity to replace certainty and letting your breathing soften as the world reveals that even the most ordinary things hold quiet, unexpected order. Watermelons, pumpkins, and cucumbers are all berries in the botanical sense, connected by a shared structure hidden beneath their varied appearances. They belong to a group called pepos, fruits with a firm outer rind and a soft, seed-filled interior that develops from a single flower. This design protects moisture and life, allowing seeds to rest in a sheltered environment while the outer layer interacts with sun, rain, and time. The result is a slow, patient growth, one that prioritizes containment and balance. These fruits do not rush their development. They expand gradually, cell by cell, holding water, like memory held gently in the body. Their classification reminds us that nature values function over form, continuity over labels. When you imagine these fruits resting on cool ground, absorbing warmth during the day and releasing it slowly at night, the rhythm feels familiar. Your own body does something similar as you prepare for sleep, conserving energy, redistributing warmth, and settling into a quieter mode where growth happens invisibly, safely, and without urgency. Bananas naturally contain potassium, including a small portion of the isotope potassium 40, which gently releases energy as it slowly changes over time. This process is not dramatic or disruptive. It is a steady background rhythm woven into the fabric of matter itself. Potassium 40 exists throughout the natural world, in soil, in plants, and even within the human body, quietly marking the passage of time on an atomic scale. The energy released is soft and constant, absorbed and balanced by surrounding tissues and systems. In bananas, this becomes a poetic detail rather than a concern, a reminder that life is always exchanging energy with its environment in subtle ways. Nothing is isolated. Nothing is static. As you take in this idea, the thought of gentle energy moving without effort can mirror your own internal processes, your heartbeat, your breath, your neural signals, slowing into harmony. The universe does not rush its transformations, and neither do you need to, as rest arrives naturally when resistance fades. The banana equivalent dose is a playful way scientists describe small amounts of radiation by comparing them to the energy naturally present in a banana. It was never meant to alarm. And now, thank you for joining this gentle journey through the quiet world of herbs, a journey that has reached its peaceful end. And so, the path we have walked together slowly settles, with no more places to visit, no more stories to unfold. Only stillness waiting softly at the edge of awareness. We have drifted through leaves and roots, through ancient healers and evening rituals, from warm blossoms resting under pillows to deep roots holding calm beneath the soil. We moved from soft fragrances in darkened rooms to steady rhythms hidden inside the body. From stories whispered by old trees to moments of silence between breaths. The journey did not rush. It flowed, carrying you from curiosity into comfort, from listening into simply being. You are a part of this story, not as an observer, but as a living extension of it. Just as plants follow the rhythm of night and day, your body follows its own quiet wisdom. Your breath echoes the slow cycles of nature. Your heartbeat mirrors the steady pulse of the earth. And in this moment, you are exactly where you belong. If your eyes feel heavy now, allow them to close. Let your breath carry you gently downward, deeper and slower. There is nothing more to do, nowhere else to go. Good night, and sleep peacefully.